Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Pastor Matt Approved podcast. Today is a little bit different because we're recording live. Well, I mean, kind of live, but we're actually live from Honduras. All right, so this week our mission team from Transit Student Ministry has been serving in Honduras, and we've been doing construction and vacation Bible school and prayer walking and worship and sharing the gospel. And we've laughed a lot together. We have definitely sweat a lot, like a lot this week. But we've also seen God move in some incredible ways over this week. So first thing we're going to do is let you meet the team. So we're going to hear some funny stories, and we're going to hear how God has just worked this week. So we're going to do what we call roll call. And so we're going to go around the table, and we're going to have everybody introduce themselves. And so first thing we're going to ask you to do, you got 10 seconds to announce this. 10 seconds. And that's it. All right. Then we're going to move to the next person. 10 seconds. So we want you to say your name, your grade, your favorite food you had this week, and one word that describes this week. All right. So who's going first? All right. Go ahead. Wyatt, go.
Wyatt, college, Coca-Cola, and awesome.
All right. My name is Matthew. I am a college freshman. My favorite food this week has definitely been the chicken tacos we had, and it's been a very spiritual week.
This is Lane, high school teacher, pizza, and grateful.
Hi, my name is Peyton. I'm in the 12th grade. My favorite food this week was the chicken tacos, and one word to describe this week is faith-filled.
Hi, my name is Grace. I'm in 12th grade. My favorite food was chicken tacos, and my word would be life-changing.
Hello, my name is Will. I'm a junior in college. My favorite food this week was also chicken tacos. And one word to describe this week would be service, like serving.
David, leader. We're going with chicken tacos and anointed.
Good word.
Caleb, sophomore in college, chicken everything, and special.
I'm Hadley. I'm going to be a freshman in college. My favorite food was chicken, and my word to describe it is wonderful.
Holden, college freshman. Favorite food was omelet with mangoes and toast. And then favorite word is lit.
Hi, my name's Josie. I'm a sophomore in college. My favorite food was probably anything chicken. And then a word to describe this week would be powerful.
My name is Cindy, a leader. Spaghetti. And memorable.
My name is Emily. I am in 12th grade. My favorite was chicken tenders, and my word would be incredible.
All right, so thank you. This is our team right now that's just introduced himself. We evidently got a little case of the giggles going on, so everybody just get it out. Let's get the giggles out. All right, love it, love it, love it. All right, here what we're going to do. We're going to have a little bit of fun because everybody needs to laugh and have some fun right now, okay? So this section is called Who is Most Likely To? Oh, no. Yes. All right, so what you're going to do is, as a team, we're going to point to whoever you think this is on the team, okay? So here we go. First, number one question. The first one to fall asleep. Who falls asleep the fastest? And that would be Lane Williams. Okay, Lane gets to sleep. Who sweated the most? All right, we got some at Dave. Looks like David and Caleb are tied. So tomorrow we're going to have a sweat-off contest between you two, okay? See who sweats the most. All right, who packed way too much? Who overpacked? Packed way too much. And Miss Cindy, she wins the award for that one. All right, who packed too little? Who didn't pack enough? That would be Will Brady. Like, Will showed up to the church on Saturday morning with a tiny little duffel bag. We're like, bro, where's your luggage in? He's like, it's right here. I'm like, okay. I don't think that's enough, but okay. All right, so here's another one. Who makes everybody laugh? Who's funny? Who makes everybody laugh? Right now it's Miss Cindy. So she is going to excuse herself because she's going to have to go to the bathroom. But let's say David's pretty funny too. David always does that. All right, most likely to get hurt. Most likely to get hurt on the week.
No, you're most likely to hurt somebody.
Hurt somebody.
Kind of mix.
Have a mixture, yeah. So we may or may not have had somebody get hit in the head with a piece of wood. It was claimed to be accidental. We took it to the court, and it is claimed to have been accidental. It was not on purpose. Nobody was found guilty in that. With that, so okay, who took the most pictures? Who do you think took the most pictures?
Who's it? David? No.
David or no Will? He was on his phone.
Will. Everybody's pointing to Will.
Oh,
Yeah, I took a lot of pictures too. Thank you, all the people out there in social media land. You're welcome. I took a lot of pictures for y'all, so that you could keep up with our week. So you're welcome. All right. All right. Who loved construction the most? Who was like, "This is my jam"? Hadley and Holden. Yeah, they were pretty good. Pretty good. They mixed a lot of concrete today. A lot of concrete. All right. Who loved VBS the most? Who do you think loved VBS? Was like, "This is my jam"? The kids, VBS. Everybody. Yeah, team effort. Everybody wins for that one. All right. Who do you think is going to cry when we leave? The most?
Well, say Josie.
Josie, Grace. It's a combination. Yeah. There's definitely there's going to definitely be some tears involved in that. All right. Here's a good one. Who? I don't know if I can even get this one out. Who accidentally spoke Spanglish this week?
David?
No, it was Spanish.
It was Spanish.
It was pure. It was a little slip up, but David looked at the podcast when he was talking to one of the ladies and accidentally said maybe not the best word. Didn't know it. Didn't really. So it was great. It was great. It was a moment. Perla comes walking around the bus and it's like, "David, do not speak any more Spanish. Don't do it." So that's okay. All right. Who would survive the longest in Honduras? Who do you think of our team would be able to survive the longest to be here in Honduras?
Holden, as long as he's got peanut butter and jelly.
Going on number. You've had how many have you had since?
I had 7 so far.
7.
8
8
tonight.
tonight. Okay. And a couple tomorrow, I'm sure. before we
Probably 2
leave.
more.
You got to hit double digits, bro. If you don't hit double digits, then what are you doing?
It's 2 a day. That's my pace right now.
You got to you got at least 2 a day. All right. Next question. Who should never be allowed to drive here? Who would you not want driving here? Dude, you'd be killing it. You'd be like a Darwin Jr.
I think Wayne will get too mad and run people
All right. So last question. Who should definitely come back next year?
I think all of us.
Oh, looks like okay. Everybody raised their hand. All right. And me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll see. Yeah. Special. Maybe I'll make an appearance next year. We'll see. We'll see with that. All right. Very good. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go back around, do kind of a round table again, and just kind of have a little. I'm going to ask you a question, and then you just get to answer the question. Okay. So we're going to start with this. So Wyatt, here we're going to start with you. You get the very first question with this. So on your trip here in Honduras, what surprised you the most? What was something that just really surprised you the most?
How it's not been so hot. I thought it was going to be really hot. It's hotter at home.
It's true. It is hotter at home. A lot of humidity. They have a lot of humidity here. But yeah, that's really, really good. All right. Next, Matthew. Let's see. What challenged you the most this week?
The concussion. Yeah, the concussion. Honestly, the work. It was fun, but it was hard. It was hard work.
All right, Mr. Lane. Great question. Where did you see God this week?
And the team, as they worked and really showed out.
Awesome. All right, Peyton, here's your question. Your favorite kid that you met this week? Favorite kid?
Definitely the little girl that was playing volleyball that I got to wash her feet. She was definitely my favorite.
All right, well, what, you washed her feet. Tell us a little bit about that. What was the story?
So she was having a hard time like picking up her dress and washing her feet because the spout was really strong. So it is blowing out a whole lot of water or just a little bit. So I went over there and I just put her foot on my knee and I told her to hold up her dress and I washed her feet for her. And I look up and her eyes are closed and she's praying over me.
Wow.
So that was really sweet.
Wow. Wow, what a moment. What a moment. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, Grace. Favorite construction memory from the week?
Probably the time I got to spend with Cindy painting and sanding, because we talk a lot, but I really got to open up with her and talk about some things that were going on in my life that I don't get to do that with anybody. And it was just a really good time overall.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome. All right, Will, what was harder than expected on this trip?
That's a great question. I think it was harder to I don't think anything was harder than I expected this week. Maybe sitting near David.
Straight up. That can be harder than expected. Okay. All right. David, who inspired you this week?
I gotta pick one person.
Who inspired you this week? Yo.
I guess Grace giving her testimony in front of all those people was a big one. I know that would make me nervous. So. And she knows I don't like to give her compliments, so that's really difficult for me to say. But that impressed me. Everybody impressed me, but that's just one that sticks out.
Right. All right. Very good. All right, Caleb. Who made you laugh the hardest this week?
Ooh. I'll probably overall say David. Pretty funny guy. Messes up his words sometimes and says some things wrong, but great guy overall.
One time.
Oh, you're never gonna let that one down, man. We're gonna get T-shirts made up. I know, Dave. All right, Hadley, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, let's go. All right, what is your favorite worship song this week?
My favorite worship song was when we sang Gratitude yesterday, and a lot of the group was singing it in Spanish, but a lot of us were singing it in English. And we all got to sing it together because that's kind of a song we sing a lot at Hopewell. And it just showed me that our church is a lot bigger than just in North Carolina. It spans to different countries.
All right, Mr. Holden, what will you miss about Honduras?
I will miss the contagious smiles from all the faces because we speak very little Spanish, all of us, and they speak very little English, but their smiles are so contagious. You can have 1,000 conversations with just a smile. So I think just them and then all the working together as a team, and as we'll probably never have this team together again, like in this sort of environment, but that's probably that.
All right, Josie, what changed in your heart this week?
Oh, wow. I would say a lot, like getting to see the kids worship. Like, even though I got to see it last year, just getting to see it again really puts into perspective how we sometimes probably don't worship to the fullest that we could. And then also just being so grateful for everything that we have, because we have it made, and we complain about every little thing, but every single person here, no matter if they have nothing, they tried to give us something because they were so grateful that we went to go see them and give them groceries and everything. So just to be more grateful.
All right, Miss Cindy, you're getting a big question. I'm gonna load this one up for you. Okay, so what is one thing that America could learn from Honduras?
Wow, you did give me a big one. Contentment. We're not. We keep on trying the better cars, better house, and but that doesn't matter. I know someone said the word faithful was there for the week. I'm like, yeah, need to keep growing in our faith.
I think one of the things that blew me away this week was how giving these people are. They may not have much, but they'll give you whatever they have. I know yesterday when we were, or maybe it was Tuesday, when we were at Gabby's house, and we got to meet Gabby, and she had a traumatic brain injury, just an accident of a tree falling and it hit her in the head, and did just some really bad things. And so we got to meet with her mom and dad. And his dad don't really have a job, not do a lot, just sells little things in and out. But the fact that when we left, he said he sold this plantain, so he cut a whole huge chunk of the plantain tree and gave it to us to take home with us. And that was just a mind blowing moment. That was like, wow, you hardly have anything, but yet here you're giving us something. And I think it just goes back to the joy that they have in their heart. And it's not about stuff. And I think that's something that we get wrong in America. We feel like it's got to be the next thing, the next stuff.
That's right.
And it's not. It's more, it's just not stuff. It's more about your just relationship with the Lord. And so, yeah, great question. Okay, Emily, you get a good one too. Okay, I'll give you a good one too. If you could bring one Honduran thing home, what would it be?
Yikes.
You can't be one of the kids. That's
Yeah, that's bad. I don't know. Maybe it's not one thing, but maybe like the food, because like it's just healthy. It's not fake. And it's good food. No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is really good food. Glow does a great job here with us, feeding us. So parents, let me just tell you something. If you're listening to this, we've gone around twice. Everybody's got to talk, so you know that your kid is alive, and you know that they're eating well and they're drinking well. Okay, so there you go. There is all that your info for that. With that, so we're going to ask a couple more questions, and this is kind of like an open mic. So if anybody wants to take the mic and talk, you can do this. But what is one moment this week that broke your heart? Just one moment that just broke your heart.
It was our first day, or not our first day here, but it was on Monday. I've heard stories going into this trip of like it can be hard going to the houses, but nothing prepared me. Like we've all talked about, like the waterfall, but walking into, was it Maria and her son's house? I went in with thinking this is not going to be that bad, and I was in complete shock. To see her son, who broke his back and had an injury, laying there with the biggest smile on his face while we were praying over him, and from what one of other guys who was with us said, that he used to play soccer with him, and how all in a day that was taken away from him. And it just made me think of like how all the things we have we take for granted and we're not thankful for, and it just put in perspective and broke me, and just like how like I take things for granted at my house and my home that he doesn't even have. He has holes in his wall, so when it's raining, his room's probably soaked. And it just broke to see that inside of the house and how much his mom like was hurting for her own son.
I think that's so hard, because I know as a parent, you're going to want to do everything you can for your kid to make sure that you're going to provide for them and get them the medical care and stuff that they need. And that can't happen down here for so many people. And that's just heartbreaking to hear that story. Because I mean, I know I would do anything I could possibly do to make my kids what they need. And when you can't do that, it's just, that's really, really heartbreaking. All right, somebody else answer this question for me. How did your faith grow this week? How did your faith grow this week?
So my faith has definitely grown just from the people. So especially tonight, just seeing like pastors themselves open up, break down, and cry while we were worshiping tonight, it kind of gave me a glimpse into the fact of Yes, we're different. Yes, we might not speak the same language, but we all worship the same God. We all love the same people. And the fact that we could sing songs, and we were singing two different languages, we were singing the same word and worshiping the same spirit. And the fact that everyone was just willing to open their hearts, bare their souls to the room, and just sing with everything they had reminded me just how good God is. Like you said earlier, we don't know what they're going through. Like Raymond's testimony, he is one of the happiest people I've met. I never would have guessed he'd gone through all the stuff he's gone through. And yet this entire week he's been there helping us grow in our faith, just being a light through the day. And it reminds me that while your circumstances might be bad, the opportunity to grow your faith is around every corner. And it just kind of has really just helped me open my eyes to some things.
Yeah, that's really powerful. When you think about some of the things that we've encountered this week and some of the people that we've encountered this week and how they just, gosh, you can't help but just be inspired, and that your faith to continue to grow. And, I think for us, some of the leaders, we were just talking a little while ago before we came on the podcast, but just how incredible you guys have been this week and how you've not complained. You've jumped in. Like this morning, we poured a whole concrete pad, and so yesterday we found out we were pouring concrete, and the first thing we said was, "Let's get a concrete mixer." So I went over and started that whole process of trying to get a mixer, and it didn't. We thought it was going to work out, but we showed up this morning and it was not there. So we just pushed our sleeves up and said, "Let's get to work and go to town," and we had just cranked out concrete left and right, and within hour and a half maybe, we'd had that entire place covered in concrete and poured the whole pad. So, man, you guys have just done a tremendous job this week. And I can say for me, and I probably would speak for the other leaders here, that our faith has grown because of you guys this week, and that, we could not be more proud of you guys. You killed it this week, and just done something, something special. This is a special group. And we just talked about a while ago, a little bit in our devotion time, that when you get a group of people together that have the same heart, same mind, following the same God, doing the same things in the same light, it is just something special happens. And that's happened this week to us. So even even going on a waterfall, a little tiny little waterfall we went on Sunday, just got to go on a little hike underneath. It was real nice and real gentle, I promise. So for anybody listening to this podcast that wants to come next year, it's just a nice little gentle waterfall you get to hike to. Nothing intense at all, I promise, with that. So, yeah, pretty crazy. So, okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to finish this up. We're going to wrap up our episode here. But I want us to walk around the room with the mic again. And I want to ask you this question. And so, and this is to help for future people, because the cool thing is that you guys know what this is like when you've heard the teams in the past come back home and they talk about this trip. There's nothing, me and Lane were talking on the way on the bus back today, there's nothing you can do to prepare you for this trip. You just can't, to experience what it is, you have to just do it. And the hard part for us is when we go back home, you're going to want to tell everybody about this trip, and they're going to be like, "Oh, okay, cool." So really the best thing you can do is you just really need to go. You really just need to go. So one of the really neat things is we're going to walk around the room, and I want you to answer this question for everybody. If someone's thinking about going on a mission trip, what would you tell them? If somebody's thinking about going on a mission trip, what would you tell them? So, all right, we're going to reverse the order. So, Emily, you get to go first this time. So, yay. So, what would you tell somebody that is interested in going on a mission trip?
I would just tell somebody to get over your fear and just do it, because you're going to see things from a totally different perspective. And I think moving on with your faith and your walk with Christ, that's just going to change the way that you see things in our society.
Yeah, great. Good job. Love that.
What would I tell someone that was interested in going on the missions trip? Well, first, call on the Lord, seek Him. He'll open it or close the door, because we want you to be in His will, that's for sure. And just trusting. if it's Satan's getting a hold of you and say, oh, not about the money or this, or I'm afraid of this health maybe, or whatever, God will make a way if he wants you to be there. So that, go for it. Just go for it.
If I had to give a piece of advice, I would say even if like you have anxiety or you're nervous about it, don't let that overtake the joy that you're gonna get from this trip. Because I'm be honest, I had anxiety, and the night before I was like, am I really gonna do this? Like, is this what I need to do? And I was like terrified. I don't know why. I just had this feeling of anxiety, and I just had to shake it off. And I know because God had such a great plan for us this week and so many different things that we did. And so you just have to pray about it and go for it, and just trust in him and know that he'll keep you safe and provide for you while you're down here.
One piece of advice I would give is always start with prayer. If prayer is, I guess, not answered or not, like, if he doesn't say yes to it, then that's your first no. But if he continues to open the doors and allows you to go through it, like Cindy said, keep pushing through. And if you feel the attacks from Satan, just keep praying and keep pushing through. And like when we come back, we're going to be all excited from the trip and be on that, just sharing the joy. And you can't really experience the joy that we've had until you've gone on it. So if you're on the verge of going on it and you have worries about like spending time away from family or something like that, then all those things can get figured out. But just bite the bullet and come on the mission trip, and it's so much more fun than we can ever explain.
I would say anyone who's thinking about going on the mission trip, definitely do it, even if you're scared, like everyone else said, because it's very rewarding. And even if you're not a person who usually travels or does things out of the box like this, it's really humbling. And it's also just like an eye-opening experience to go somewhere else and just serve other people.
One piece of advice I would give is just to take a chance. A year ago, before I even went on my first mission trip, I was a little iffy on going. I've never flown a plane before, never gone through security like that before, and like was honestly kind of nervous and scared. But after last year, I just had this heart and love for it now. Like you go to serve people, but when you go, you get served as well. You're helping them grow in their faith, but you are learning so much as well. I think it can be one of the best opportunities in your life. Like, yes, you can also have these mission trips technically back at home. It's great to do that, but have this opportunity to go overseas or just travel to a different country. You may not even speak the same language as them, but to see them can just grow your heart and love for Jesus even more.
Well, everybody's going to kind of sound the same here, but kind of like what Caleb just said, if you're thinking about it, find something to do local. If you're nervous, find something to do local. Go with the Baptist on Mission to go help at the mountains or somewhere. Just go somewhere and experience it, right? And the other thing is find somebody to talk to who's been on one. Like I say, we can't describe it. You can come back, we can tell you everything about it, but it's going to be like, yeah, whatever. You're going to have to experience it, but we can help give you some comfort in all of those things. Because even as adults, there's certain things we get nervous about, right? What are the bathroom conditions look like? I mean, all those little things you don't think about. What's the food? But when you get there, it won't matter. None of that will matter. So just get out of your comfort zone. If it starts at home, start at home.
One piece of advice I would give to students thinking of going on a mission trip is that God doesn't call the equipped, he equips the called. So if you feel like you even might be called on this mission trip, but you feel like you don't know a single thing what you're doing, know that it'll be okay. God will equip you if you're called to go. Just like David was saying, talk to your leaders, talk to your peers who have been on this trip, especially if they know you a little bit. Pray to God. I mean, that's where the clearest guidance comes from. And yeah, if you are called to go on this trip, he'll equip you.
For me this year, I had the opportunity to go on 2 mission trips, and mine was like what everybody said. I was praying and praying about it, and I was called to one. My advice is a little opposite. If you're not feeling called, don't go. If you're feeling called, it's going to happen one way or the other. You will get there on that trip. And kind of like what Will said, There was a lot of things that I could not do at home that I did here. A lot of the things that are way out of my comfort zone, but God prepared me for that in so many little ways. Looking back now, I see. So if you're thinking about going on this trip, just go. Even if you feel like you're not gonna be able to do it, or you're it's way out of your comfort zone, go. Because every little thing, once you say yes to the Lord, it will play out and it will prepare you in so many different ways.
A piece of advice I would give to someone who is thinking about going on a mission trip is to definitely pray to the Lord about it and speak with Him through it, because He's going to, like others have said, He's going to equip you when you do go on it. But also go knowing that you're there to serve the people. It's not about you, and to work with the Lord. But yeah.
The word of advice I would give people who are contemplating going on a mission trip. It's potentially going to be physically taxing, emotionally taxing, and spiritually taxing. But if God calls you, it's going to be the greatest reward you will ever receive.
So, my advice falls along the lines of everyone else's. If God opens the door for you, absolutely take it. Yes, it might be scary. It might be nerve-wracking. Like, this is my second mission trip. The first one I went on, I was terrified. I was nervous. I was scared. And looking back on it, it was one of the best decisions I've made. And this year, it was even better. It was a lot of praying over this one. And I came on this one, and my faith has just grown so tremendously. So I'd say if you have the opportunity, go for it. It's going to show you a whole different side of Christianity you never think about. The service, the work, and just how rewarding helping other people can really be.
My advice is pray about it. Make sure it is within God's will, because you don't want to just do it for Him. You want to do it with Him.
Well, I think that is some excellent advice from some people that have been there, done that now. So you are officially almost alumni for this trip. So we're just excited, guys. Listen, this has been tremendous week. We have seen God do things that just blow your mind, mind blowing things that have just happened. So we can't wait to get back home in just a couple of days and tell everybody what's happening here and more stories. And this is just a condensed short version. But yeah, we're just super excited. So guys, thank you for being on the episode today. This has been a great time to just share and learn and laugh. And I can't believe, guys, we made it this far in the whole entire episode. And nobody has talked about, can I pet that dog? Come on, y'all. Well, that's been our theme of the week. Can I have that mic? Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Now, that's one of them things right now. If you know, you know. If you don't, you're like, what? Don't worry about it. Just Google that and enjoy. You'll understand all that good stuff about that. So, all right. So, cool deal. Well, thank you guys for joining. Man, this has been a special international edition of the Pastor Matt Approved podcast. So we're reminded this week that the church is so much bigger than what we think it is. I think Hadley brought that up earlier. Just a great way to think about the church is so much bigger than what we think it is. It's bigger than a state. It's bigger than a city, bigger than one church, and bigger than a country. So God is moving all over the place here in Honduras and over the world. And we're just so thankful we got to be a little piece of that this week in Honduras. So thanks for praying for our team this week. And we can't wait to get home and just share more stories with everybody and talk about it with that. So here we go, guys. We're going to sign off. So in 1, 2, 3, we're going to yell adios from Honduras. Okay? Are y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. Adios. Okay, I didn't mean from Honduras. I just meant like we were from Honduras. All right, so let's try that again and get it right. Okay, you ready? 1, 2, 3. Adios.